Sadness and grief were felt throughout the Arab world and internationally over the demise of His Highness the late Amir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah.
People and leaders certified that the late Amir was a unique Gulf, Arab and global leader. More in the following report.
Sadness loomed over the sky of diplomacy with the news that shocked the entire world. Diplomacy has lost the eternal icon and peacemaker, His Highness the late Amir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah.
In fact, we were all shocked to hear about the news of the passing away of His Highness. Immediately on receiving this information, the President of India and the Prime Minister of India, both of them issued messages conveying condolences to the Al-Sabah family and also to the people of Kuwait. This is a great relationship which we have. In fact, Prime Minister in his message said that the world has lost a great leader, India a close friend. This was the same feeling each one of the Indians here in Kuwait and also in India felt. The government of India, in respect to the departed leader, announced a one-day mourning in all over the country. 1.3 billion people observed that mourning, and also all the Indian embassies and Indian consulate across the world observed that day of mourning. That was on October 4th, and on that day the staff of the embassy and all the members of the Indian community in Kuwait also observed 2 minutes of silence at 11 o'clock in memory of, in respect of His Highness who passed away.
His diplomatic leadership linked Kuwait diplomatically and strategically with the outside world and all the peoples of the world.
His Highness was a great friend of India. He is loved so much in India by all sections of people. In fact, he is known as a humanitarian leader. One of the first things I learned after coming here is about the contributions of His Highness in building partnership between India and Kuwait. His Highness has welcomed Indians to this country, and for Indians he was a very close fatherly kind of personality who took care of the Indians as he took care of the Kuwaiti citizens. So we are so thankful for his services to the humanity, his services to the world peace, his services to also to building our relationship between the two countries, and by looking after the Indian community in Kuwait.
Under the leadership of the late Amir, Kuwait was able to be a center for decision making, and he was credited with the strengthening international relations.
India and Kuwait are very close friends. This is not a relationship which we have started recently. It's an age-old relationship. Our forefathers, great forefathers, were doing business much before the independence of India. And this is a relationship built over several decades by different generations. And we are very happy that it has reached a stage of an excellent relationship today, covering very good political relationship, very good economic relationship, science and technology, people-to-people relationship. So it is, I would call it as a long-standing dynamic partnership between the two countries. And it is a mutually beneficial relationship which has a lot of potential for further improvement. In fact, we look at the relationship, it is, the stakeholders are many. It is not just political leadership, it is not like officials of both countries. It is also the business, it is also the scholars, it is the cultural leaders. You name it, each one of them have contributed in building this relationship, and there is huge potential for further improving this relationship.
He deservedly deserved the title of Leader of Humanity and pioneer of humanitarian work for his patience, good heart, wisdom, insight, good and eternal deeds, and white hands everywhere. To Kuwait English News, H.E Fahd.